with chatter, and I like chatter. I think chatter has a lot of potential, but it's very clicky. And if you're not part of that clique, you're getting no traction. And over here in Clubhouse, all somebody has to do is start a rumor, and it goes off like wildfire. Like, I'm going to start a rumor that I'm a fake judge. I was in the IDF. I can get you put on a no-fly list. And, bro, you know what? Within 2 days, I'll be a fake judge on this app. People will be like, Your Honor, what's going on?
JB, I just think you need to use some positive reframing all the time on this app. Like, for example, there's not a speck of dust out of place in the whole universe. That meaning that Trump's presidency was the destiny. The right man won in the election. But other reframes are like vanity of vanities. There's a lot of vanity on this app. And that's a problem. Tribalism is like it's like the Trinity. I mean, it's not going away. Cliques form naturally. We are animals, and these things happen. But I'm just telling you that I know without any drama, there's not an interesting show. But that's what these people on this app are doing. I'm telling you that you're falling prey to their trap. And so the way to look at it from a communication theory perspective is that the prime green bean is technically like a spider or a fisherman, and everybody is caught in their net of despair. And really, it's very low IQ intelligence, which is happening. Not many people are really going into communication theory, political theory, startup theory, business theory. I mean, it's nothing really academic or intellectual is truly happening here. It's very social. It's like birds chirping in a tree.
Well, let me say this. And I say this respectfully, right? I know every time I open a room, I'm definitely not the smartest person in that room. I'm okay with that. I don't need to be the smartest. I also know I cultivate a good room because I get everybody involved. Like, there's people, somebody may not like Tiger. Just because you don't like Tiger doesn't mean I have to dislike Tiger. Or Steve, or Edmund. You know how much smoke I get for letting you come to my stages? And I don't give a fuck. I'm like, I like him. If you have a problem with him, that's your problem. That's not a me problem.
No, that's what it is. It's a lot of you problems on this app.
Like, for me, I don't give a shit.
You get a lot of smirk for me being in your space, Jay?
No, just Edmund. Really, Edmund the most.
No, I like Steve. Steve, I like your commentary, but I will just also point out that the amount of projection on this app, and I'm talking insane projection, is unbelievable. And it's like pure projection. People speak uninhibited here in a way that you can't actually hear in real society or in other media. So thus you get real deep projection on this app. People leak all kinds of shit on this app about themselves through their projection. It's unbelievable, but this is like a pure projection app. And I mean that in the most literal sense of the word, that when people project on here their insane political takes, it's like actually you're watching in real time an index of morality or ethics or virtue and the lack thereof. And thus you hear all the insane political rhetoric regarding Carmelo Anthony. There's a major morality problem. And I mean, I'll tell you the truth, even in undergrad, if you take a class in morality, ethics, logic, etc., it's still not really enough. I think as a society, we have to spend a lot of time on the education of virtue and ethics and morality and culture, really, at the end of the day.
I disagree with you. Because, and I'm going to say this respectfully. What makes anybody else's morality or virtues right for me? See what I'm saying?
I'm just saying that there's a whole education behind it, like I was reading Confucius yesterday, and when you read the sacred writings of Confucius, it's all about ethics, morals, and virtues. It's very it's in the books. I'm just telling you, there's not a real education around ethics, morals, or virtues in this country from an academic perspective.
Well, it's definitely not going to be in this app. Certainty, what's good, bro?
How you doing, JB? How you feeling?
Man, I'm feeling fantastic. Beautiful day here in New York City. How you doing?
Man, I can't complain, man. I'm just,
You could be like everybody else on Clubhouse and complain. It's all good.
Man, these days, man, I'm just, there's nothing on TV but Trump signing orders, so that's fun, and catching up on my shows.
Well, I don't really watch TV other than maybe documentaries, but let me ask you a question, man, because you and I have had dialogue for a few years now. It's always been respectful. I'm going to ask you this respectfully. Why has everything come down to race? This Carmelo Anthony thing, bro, it wasn't about race. It was a kid that was scared and he stabbed somebody.